One time I went to pick up Jake when he was like maybe in like high school, and he was at a party, and I pulled up to this like house, and there's like clearly a house party going on with no parents. Because I don't think it was Jake senior year. I think this was like
It
early
wasn't.
on. Yeah.
Wait, no, no. When did um when did Sicko Mode come out?
Sicko Mode came out in like 20, like,
The summer of 2018, right?
yeah.
So I was a senior, beginning of my senior year.
Anyway, I pull up. Jake walks out of this house.
Shut up, bro. Like, shut the fuck up with that shit.
Jake walks out of this house, bro, with a box of grapes.
Weird landing.
And he gets in the car. He's yelling. People are screaming. I think some of his friends came in the car too.
It was just Cooper.
And Jake was throwing grapes out of my driving car, like as we're driving. And I'm like, Jake, stop. He's like, fuck you. And he like throws a grape.
Wait,
He's like hitting
are
passerbyers.
you sure this is actually what happened?
Yes, and then your friend, someone showed me a picture, and you were like in a pool earlier that day. Maybe it wasn't the same day. I don't know, but I saw a picture of you in a pool, like with Henny in both hands. Like you had two bottles of Henny in both your hands.
Yeah. Nothing to say about that, man.
Just why that much Henny?
I mean, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason. No, but the thing was about it was my mom called me and I guess I answered the phone by accident. So then I went and looked at my phone and it said I'd been on the phone with mom for 15 minutes.
No, it was longer.
It was longer.
Dude, it was like 50 minutes.
Dude, I was so scared. And then she was like, "Where the fuck are you? I'm sending your brothers." And then Nick
They
and
just heard
Lewis,
like crazy sounds and like
yeah.
kids screaming and shit.
You know what's crazy? That party actually got like shut down after I left by like the police. So I don't know what would have happened.
Oh, I have a story. One time I was probably with like as many people that could fit in a Mustang. What is it, 5 people?
Yeah, if you squeeze.
Yeah, okay. And this one kid knew like this girl or something, like someone from like another town. They were having a party. And so none of us knew like this person or anything, but they were like, "Oh, it's like a house party, like come." So we pull up to this house party, and apparently it was almost like the scene from Superbad where like the guy pulls up, but like the guy doesn't like that guy at the party.
Yeah.
So we're with him, and now we're like guilty by association. And like they answer the door and they're like, "Oh, dude, like fuck you, Ryan," or like whoever we were with, and and they were like, "Oh, fuck you," and then they wouldn't like let us in. We're like, "What the fuck?" And like then we were like, "Oh, we know people there." We're like, "Oh no, we know them." Wouldn't let us in, bro. So we go back to the car and we just fucking call the cops on the fucking party because they had like been like, "Fuck you," like get out of here,
Yeah.
like. So we literally just got to the car, called the cops, and just like drove down the street and like turned the car around and shut the lights off so we could watch it happen. Dude, we saw the cops pull up. People were running out of every angle of the house screaming. Yeah. Um, that was a funny night, dude. I'm not gonna lie. And they never knew it was us who called the cops.
Dude, you know what's crazy? That happened to me too. But I was at the party and the people who called the cops were like the seniors who didn't get invited.
Really?
Yeah, they were salty that they couldn't come in. People were running on the football field and shit.
I remember they called the cops on a party that I was at in high school. and we were all in the house, like, we couldn't escape. Like, probably, like, 20, 30, 40 of us, like, couldn't leave. So the cops are in the kitchen, and we're in a line. And we have to, like, all give our, like, names and shit. And our address. Dude, I remember I went up there and I said, 𝗟𝗍𝗀𝗛𝗡. And I made up some random shit. And there's nothing they can do because I don't have a license on me.
Yeah.
So there's just nothing. There's nothing like.
Yeah, there's nothing tying you to the events.
Yeah, and then there was another. There was another party. Where the same kind of thing happened, but we were outside, like on the front lawn, and it was only like 4 or 5 of us that they caught. And so the cops are asking for our information. We did the same thing. I gave the same fake everything. But we had our friend, so none of us could drive at the time. But we had a friend who was like a year older who could drive. So we hear him like drive, like we hear turning the corner, like this loud ass music, like just blasting. And he like turns the corner, like screeches the car. And they're like, "Oh, this is your ride?" Like, "Yeah, like this is our brother or something." And dude, first of all, none of us looked alike. The guy who picked us up was Blasian. Okay?
Oh shit, I know. Yeah.
And dude, he was legitimately drunk driving down the street. And so he pulls up in front of 2 cop cars with 4 cops interviewing us. And he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, get in. Like, mom's waiting." And the cops didn't want to say anything because, like, what are they going to be like? "Oh, like, this doesn't make sense. Like, he could be adopted or something."
Yeah.
So we just get in, and he fucking skirts off. The music's blasting. And luckily his house was literally around the corner of the next block. And we just went there. But, dude, too many times... I'm dropping a ball. Too many fucking times, bro, did we, like, just thinly, like, narrowly escape the cops.
Yes.
All right.
Another one. Another one.
I don't understand. This is what's so funny. You guys in the channel, "Yo, tell us a story, tell us something." Then I start telling it, and then you start spamming fake story. It's a Reddit story. It's ChatGPT.
It's just banter, bro. They're just fucking with you.
Like, I hope you guys are joking. I hope you don't think that, like, I would just make up a random story that doesn't even, like, what's even the point of making that up? These are not even crazy stories. Have you ever been in a house party when the cops come in?
One time, and I jumped out of a window.
Okay, so we were at a house party. This house was at the end of a block, like a cul-de-sac. So there's no other street. You're just trapped there.
Yeah.
So, but behind that side, where the houses are, is all like forest kind of, not forest, like woods.
Yeah,
like
I know.
woods.
You told me this.
Dude, we're in this party. There's probably like 50 people there. There's music, whatever. This is how I saw from my point of view. I'm walking out of the back door, like I was inside of the house part. Walk out. I see the fence swing open. 2 cops come in. A guy grabs a dude and slams him on like a table.
Wait, a cop?
A cop.
Oh.
A cop slams a guy in the table. I see this. Me and my friend, we look at each other like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We run. It was our friend's house, but me and him came together. Dude, we look at each other. We start running towards the fence. It's not a low fence, it's a high-ass fence.
Yeah.
We climb the fence along with like 10 other people. The cops are running after us screaming, "No!" Dude, we jump, fall down into bushes. They're poison ivy bushes, bro.
No.
Yes. We're fucking running through bushes now. Like, there's no path.
You can't see anything.
You can't see it. There's no path. So we're running through bushes. There's flashlights. We think we're, like, literally being chased. We go through this entire thing. We get out. We have fucking thorns cut us up. We're fucking bleeding. My fucking legs are bleeding. Dude, we get out on the other side, and we're just on this street. It's dark as fuck out. All of a sudden, we see fucking lights coming around the corner. It's cops. We're like, oh, fuck. We jump back in the fucking bushes, bro. Dude, they get out where we got out on the street because they're like, oh, this, like, makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
so they're like, dude, the cops start going into the fucking bushes.
What?
Dude, we're in
fucking
the...
tryhards,
This,
bruh.
dude, they're in the bushes with lights. We're like... You know, it's like some fucking Fortnite shit. Like, we're in a bush. Like,
Okay, alright.
You can't see unless you come right up to us.
That's actually, yeah. That's...
So now we're like, dude, this is actually fucked. Like, there's cops behind us and in front of us. So we just go sideways all the way down.
So you bush camp to get the victory royale.
Dude, we bush camped so hard. My legs were fucking bleeding. My friend got poison ivy. I didn't get poison ivy, but I was fucking bleeding from, like, thorns and bushes. So... Imagine the bushes are like this thick. This is the backyard, and this is where we got out on the street. They go like this long. We went this whole way.
To avoid the cops on either side.
Yes. Yes. So the cops, like, looked around the bushes and shit, and then we got out on the other side, and we just kind of just walked down the street, and we're just walking around, and I don't know. I think we just, like, wound up walking home, but also we're doing this while drunk.
Yeah.
So it's just not fun to do.
Did you ever do anything for, like, mischief night?
I never, like, egged houses.
That was a big thing, like, in my high school. And I went 1 year with people who, like, did shit.
Yeah.
And, like, they would come to school with, like, toilet paper and, like, a carton of eggs, and then after school they'd, like, hide out and, like, plan what they were gonna do and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, one time...
So Mischief Night, chat, if you don't know, it's the night before Halloween.
Yeah.
And people go out and, like, TP houses with toilet paper, throw eggs.
Basically just do dumb shit, like, to fuck with people.
So I actually caught somebody who did shit to our house. And we, like, fucked them up, basically.
Did you?
Yeah, because it wasn't, like, a friend who did it. It was like some guy. It was these two guys. And they were with, like, some people, whatever, and we knew who did it, and they got fucked up. But yeah, so what happened with
the only reason I brought that up because you were talking about bushes and cops.
Yeah.
Basically, like, you know, like, where we grew up and shit, like, on mischief night, like, that was, like, the only thing they cared about because there was no, like, crime or anything. So they would just patrol the streets and shit, and I was in, like, a neighborhood, like, that I wasn't, like, familiar with. And basically, like, I was with, like, 4 people, and they were, like, doing, like, stupid shit and all that, like, throwing eggs and shit at windows. Dude, 2 cop cars come, like, blazing down the street, because I guess, like, a neighbor called the cops because they saw, like, kids walking outside and shit. We jumped into, like, bushes, like, basically like you did, but they were surrounding a house. Like, just like a neighborhood house, like, just a house.
Yeah.
And for, like, literally, like, 25 minutes, we laid down in bushes outside of, like, this person's just house while cops went up and down the street, like, with their lights on. And then eventually they just, like, gave up and drove off, and we, like, ran to, like, some kid's house. But for 25 minutes, we laid down, like, prone in like, just regular bushes and didn't say anything for 25 minutes. It was, like, it actually was, like, the scariest shit, like, I've ever, like, it was fucking, that shit was actually fucking scary.
So one of the most disturbing things I can remember, like, a party being busted or something like that, was we're at a party at this girl's house, and it was a good amount of people. And at some point, her parents, like, just came home. And we're all fucked up. Like, there's random people in the house that the parents don't know. Like, bro, I had to, like, hide out in a garage for, like, the whole night, literally, until, like, her parents went to sleep. And yeah, that was scary. And then another one was at my friend's house, who his dad came home, and they had sold their house, so the house was abandoned. So, but they still owned it, so we would, like, go have parties there.
Mm-hmm.
And so his dad just, like, came to the house, like, he didn't think anyone would be there, and the whole house was filled with people. And I remember like making eye contact with him while I was running out of the house. And it was just like,
I've never been in a situation where I was at a party and like a parent showed up and was pissed. I've been at parties where like a parent is just there, and they're like cool with it.
no, I've never, I've been to like, it wasn't like a party party. It was just like,
No, even anything like that. Like kids were like doing shit, and then a parent came over and they were like, "Get the fuck out of my house!" Like I've never been in anything like that. Like, bro, I've legitimately been at parties where the parents were like catering it, and like we're
Cosmic
okay with
riches
everything that was happening. It's fucking like
to the stars.
that shit's just like kind of disturbing to me. I always was like, it was a little jarring every time I would see some shit like that. Especially grad parties, bro, senior year.
Stardust
All the
magic.
parents were the ones that were buying all the alcohol, like all that shit. That shit is always weird as fuck to me.
I've never seen parents like buy
Yeah,
alcohol
dude.
for kids.
Yeah, fucking weird as fuck.
I threw a party one time and this was around the time like, oh my god, just drop 1,000x. Just drop 1,000x.
Weird.
I threw a party and it was called Project Louis. Like Project X, it was called Project Louis. It was literally on pace to become the best party of the entire summer, bro. Like everyone was there. Like
Let's go.
dude, I knew people from like all the surrounding
Party
towns.
blast.
So like they would invite people that like, dude, it was like the
Celestial
best
bliss.
gathering of people.
To the
But
stars.
this one kid was there
Stardust
and
magic.
he didn't know
Cosmic riches.
who he was messing with, basically. And some of these guys I knew, like they like to fight, like they
Mhm.
like to get into fights, and they'll look for any fucking reason to be in a fight. So basically, this dude was playing beer pong with them and decided to move the table when they were throwing the balls, and he was like, "Oh no, no, dude, I didn't do it." Like he was basically trying to cheat in beer pong.
So weird.
And these guys are like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? Like, give the ball back, whatever." He was like, "No, fuck, like whatever." He gets into a fight with these dudes who literally fight grown men. And long story short, I'm upstairs. I hear, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Cosmic
I
riches.
come downstairs, dude. The entire fucking floor in my
Star power.
laundry room is wet
Celestial
with
bliss.
just pure liquid, just beer
Congratulations.
Mhm.
and just shit spilled. And the on the fucking washing machine that's white is a fucking blood splatter. The dude fucking they beat the shit out of this guy, bro. Um and we basically had to call the party. We're like, all right, you guys got all everyone has to get out. By the way, yo, do I have any mods in here? It's very annoying when I'm telling a story and it's just dude saying no one believes this. Like, yo, we get, dude, that joke was funny 45 minutes ago. You're saying it to every story. Just time them out, bro. They're annoying. Like, dude, why? I don't understand why you're sitting here just typing the same joke. Okay, we get it, bro. It never happened. I made it up. I'm okay. So we had to call the party short. We said everyone's got to get out. Everyone got to get the fuck out. Whatever, whatever. Um, and I mean, I think I've told you the rest. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said this on stream. Maybe I have. I don't know. But there was another scenario where somebody tried to basically like say shit to my parents,
Let's go.
or like be like, "Oh, I'm gonna sue" or something, and
Celestial bliss.
I had to pay a visit with some guys to
Wait, wait,
someone's
wait.
house.
Tell them, tell them what mom said to you.
What'd she say?
Like we might lose the house.
So my mom calls me crying because this guy who got beat up threatens to like he like told his parents and his parents like, "Oh, we're gonna sue."
Stardust magic.
And so then my mom calls me crying like, "We could lose the house. Like I can't believe this." I'm like, "Mom, don't worry about it. Nothing's gonna happen." I show up with 2 cars full of guys to this guy's house. We just walk into his house, into his bedroom. And I literally said to him, like, imagine witnessing this,
To the stars.
okay? Imagine someone saying this to you with about 8 dudes behind them. I literally was like, if you or your stupid parents ever call my mom again, the next time we come in, like, I said some crazy, like, gangster shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I said some shit that I can't even repeat, bro. I was like, the next time there is gonna be no next. Like, I said some crazy shit.
Cosmic riches.
And he was like, just like, and we just walked out of his house, and no one ever called my mom. No one ever said anyone. Yeah, and listen, I don't condone that kind of shit, but dude, you can't like actively like be an
Threaten,
asshole.
bro. Yeah,
No,
and then threaten
like
after.
you call like I've been to many parties with those guys. No one gets touched. It's a good time.
Yeah.
You actively like caused something, so you started it because you thought that you could mess with people.
And then I remember you telling me how when the guy showed up, people were also like, dude, like, why is this guy here? And then you're like, nah, like, let him, like,
Yes, I was
like, you, like,
no,
like,
this is what happened. This is what happened. Every guy that said that we invited, we were like, you have to bring at least 2 girls because we wanted the ratio.
Oh,
to be
that's
good.
what it was. Yeah,
So
yeah.
he goes. So this is what he tells me. He goes because I wouldn't. If he was just alone, I just wouldn't have invited him because he doesn't even know most of the people there. But he was like, "Yo, bro, like I got a van full of girls." That's what he said to me. So when he's texting me like, "Yo, I think I'm pulling up," because he's never been to my house before. He's like, "Oh, I think I'm pulling up. I think I'm here." I come outside. He just jumps out of a car. I'm like, "Yo, bro, where's the girls at?" He's like, "Oh, yeah. Like, I think they're going to come later." Never came. Like, dude, this was like an hour and a half into the party. Never came. And so this guy's just in the house. He doesn't know these people and is trying to, like, be tough or something. Meanwhile, like I said, these guys, yeah, they're high schoolers, but they've beat the fuck out of grown men.
Yeah.
Like, these are the guys who I told you, I saw a dude from one side of the sidewalk to the other, like a street in between, thrown a guy through the street into a car parked. Do you understand how strong you need to be to do that? Like, this guy played D1 football, but like, bro, you don't fuck with these guys, bro.
The fuck you throw a fucking guy across the street?
Yeah, no, so I know I'll tell this because I've told this before.
No, they weren't bullies, bro. They were just like,
Nah, they were not. They did not bully people that didn't deserve it. Like, they were not walking around like, oh, it's a nerd. Oh, fuck you, nerd. Like, no, these guys were just like, if you fuck with people, if you fuck with them, you're fucked. Okay? I'm talking about like undefeated type shit. But anyway, Raph started talking to this girl, right? Who went to our school. She used to date a guy that went to another school, a town over. That guy was mad about it. Got salty that he found out about Raph was talking to his ex. This guy starts blowing up Raph on like Instagram DMs on like, yo, come meet me. I want to fight you. Fuck you. And Raph's like, yo, fuck you. I'll fight you anytime. I don't give a fuck. So they meet up. Dude, like, they like plan to meet up at this place. It's this park. You know where the park is. Which is like a sketchy, it's like, it's weird over there.
Yeah.
They meet up on the park, but I was with Raph. I was like, listen, we're not just showing up there, bro. This could be a fucking setup to get jumped.
Like an ambush.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm like, yo, I'll make the call. So those guys, I called those guys, bro. So it's me, Raph,
Bro.
and about 6-7 dudes.
Because, Chad, these dudes just want to fight. Like they want a reason to fight people, bro. Like, they're not going to go, like, you know what I mean? Like, just fight random people. But
And
if you give them a reason, like, they actually want to fight.
And
like, they're
basically
fucking scared.
the top dude, like, he was like my friend since we were little kids, like probably 3rd grade or something. So I've known him my whole life. So we pull up to this park, and by the way, we get there. Guess what? The dude who wanted to fight Raph, he's got 5 friends there.
Exactly.
So we're like, oh, thank God we did this. So we go, we're on a basketball court at night. It's raining. Okay? We're all standing on the court. Our guys are on one side, his guys are on one side, and Raph and the dude are at center court. They're fighting. The dude keeps doing weird shit to Raph, like he'll like grab his ball or something.
Or, like, kick him. Oh, he was kicking him, right?
What he did was he grabbed Raph's balls. And so Raph pushed him off and called it out. I was like, yo, this dude's grabbing my nuts. And we're like, what the fuck? And then he's like, no, chill, let's go. And then they fight again. Bro, we did it again. What the fuck? So then it kind of like, the fight just like ends without a real winner.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Raph was clearly like, could have beat him up, but the dude was like doing like weird shit. So then we're just walking back to our cars, and they're at their cars, we're at our cars. And this one dude on our side, bigger guy, right? Walks over to the guys at the car, and he's just standing there. And I remember we're talking, and he's standing there and he's looking at this guy, and the guy's wearing a hat, and he goes, "Fuck you," and he flips his hat off. And the guy goes, "What?" This is just a guy that was just there with them.
Yeah.
Flips his hat off. The guy goes, "What?" And this is what the dude goes. Like 4 like just punches in the face that like didn't affect him at all. Cause this is like a fat guy. He just punched him 4 times. The guy's like, "What the hell?" Like no effect. Like didn't get knocked out. But that was just like started a brawl. So that initial thing, now everyone like closed in and is attacking each other. Dude, the I've never seen people like fight so quickly in my life. Like we went from 1 second where we're talking to everyone's fighting. Dude, I saw a guy jump in the air, wind back, and punch a dude in his head.
Like a Superman.
Like a Superman punch. But my angle that I was looking at it, I just saw the guy's head. When he punched, I saw the hand go there, and then when it came back, his head in slow motion went like this. And it just opened.
Oh my god.
It just opened like this, and it was just blood, just fucking like a fucking slit. And dude, that guy actually had to get a lot of stitches, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of stitches. And but the thing was, because those guys didn't know each other, he didn't know who to tell did that.
Yeah.
So there was no like.
Yeah, there was no names. There was nothing.
There was no name. So when
they're from different towns.
Yeah, and he tried to get the police involved in it because, dude, your head fucking exploded. Like, the cops are getting involved in that.
Yeah.
And they literally were like, yeah, we have no idea who that is, who did that to us. And then that's when I saw the dude, someone started trying to attack this guy and try to kick and shit. The guy picks him up by his shirt, so he's hanging by his shirt.
He did the snatch challenge.
Pulls him this way and just throws him like that. I'm not kidding, bro. He went across the street, slammed into a car. Like, it looked like it looked like the Hulk threw someone. And then, dude, as soon as that happened, you hear, like, someone, like, outside, like, out of a house go, "Yo, I'm calling the cops!" As soon as we heard cops, like, yo, what the fuck? We all piled in the cars. We're fucking speeding out of there, bro. Dude, we hear the sirens start coming. We drive, right turn, boom, we're good. We're just on a side street. And then we're chilling. And we got away from that shit. But, dude, all of them did not get away in the cars. They were, like, fucked up. Like, dudes were, like, laying down. There was a guy, dude, imagine watching a guy just lay in the middle of the street like this. Me and Raph left, and so the way the cars were, it was just me and Raph in one, and then like 5 or 6 dudes in another. Me and Raph were driving like, dude, I think someone died. Like, thank fucking God we got out, and this was before like Ring doorbell, so we weren't like, all right, well, like, we didn't actually do anything ourselves, and also, like, whatever, like, I'm not gonna get in trouble if someone, like, murdered someone. Like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just standing there.
You might have been, like, implicated, though.
Yeah, but, dude, I wasn't even fighting. Like, dude, the thing was, because they only had 5 people and we had, like, 8, me and Raph were literally standing there like, yo, what is this? Like,
wait, you were just watching this happen?
There was no one to fight. There was no, like, unless
like, everyone was, like, accounted for. Well,
first of all, one dude was just knocked out. One dude I told you got thrown. So then it was basically like a 6-on-3. And if it was me and Raph, it would have been an 8-on-3.
Yeah.
So it was like, we weren't like, and dude, my one friend, all he was doing was going up to people that were already getting fought and just kicking them. Like, dude, he was just kicking the fuck out of people on the ground.
I think that's why I said kicking, because I remember there's something with kicking.
Yeah, but again,
So
I didn't, that fight shouldn't even have happened, but it just is what it is. Those guys decided to fight, and that was it.